Yo, 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 yo. Now, I understand I'm looking a little bit rugged today, but we gonna get down to business. And, I don't want to be I hate being serious. I hate, being a little drama. But anyway, I'm just going to tell you, this is my opinion. I'm not saying this is facts. It's my opinion. Now, there's always going to be double standards. That's just always how it's going to be. On whatever group there is, black, white, man, women, there's always going to be those double standards. Now, technically speaking, if we're talking upon cheating, technically speaking, it's the same across the board. It's the same, technically speaking. However, there's a lot of innuendos and factors and all the stuff that go into play with it that feels like it's not really the same. I'm just saying. And I'll start by saying this. This is my reasoning. And you can disagree with it. I understand. Okay, women are seen as the standard for the most part, for a lot of parts, depending on how you come out, depending on how you your image or whatever. So anyway, for the longest time, men have been labeled dogs. We have been labeled dogs. That's passed down to generation to generation. And I'm not going to say there's not dogs out there. And I'm not going to say people didn't have a dog, period. I'm just saying that that's what we're labeled as. Women tell they daughters is dogs out here. All men are dogs. Sisters or brothers tell their sisters all men are dogs. Women have experienced the dogness. Like this happens. So there's that misconception that all men are dogs. Pretty much. I don't care what nobody say. That's the misconception. That's the general area of a term or whatever you want to say. People always say that. Women are not seen as that way unless they present themselves to wear the attire of what we would consider to be a thought or be hoish or whatever like that. And I understand those are bad terms and that's insensitive, but I'm just saying, illustrating what, the general terms are. And I will say to that, now, if you seen a pimp walking, and we know what a pimp looks like. We know what a pimp look like. And if you come to the dang on bar and you got your hat on, you looking like Pimp Dine Wine, and you sitting at the bar with a chick, you're like, hey, baby, and you had a pimp talk. You're like, hey, baby, let me buy you a drink, you know what I'm saying? And you doing all that little pimp talk. The woman gonna think you a pimp. I'm sorry. That's what she gonna think. And how you move, she like, this, I'm messing with a pimp. Or I'm messing with a player. Some women can recognize players. And they're like, you look like a player to me. She can recognize it. But when a man says that, and I know it's a bad term, but when a man says, okay, she appears to be thottish, or she appears to be a hoe. Now, some people generalize that and say, okay, she wore something a little showing, and they're like, oh, she's a hoe. You don't even know her sexual stuff like that. But I'm just saying, sometimes women go all out, and man, like, you walking around like a stripper, you walking around, looking a little and presenting yourself on Instagram, Facebook, all the social medias. You got your legs all out. You got, then the man go like, that might be a little thottish. I'm not going to take that serious. And that's what women do too. She's not going to take a player serious. She's not going to take a pimp serious unless she's trying to get into the game. She's not going to do it. So don't expect us to take that serious. Don't expect us to take that serious if that's how you're going to present yourself. So other than that, most women that are clean cut and just, across the board are seen as good women. Like when we see a woman, we can be dating a woman for a week. If she comes clean cut and she comes like, nice looking stuff, we're going to tell our fellas, man, we got a good girl. Boy, we got a good girl. A man has to prove himself to be good for the most part. Now, some women, they might be in a better or worse term of saying gullible. They might be gullible. You don't have to prove that. They're like, oh, I got a good man. And it turns out that dude's a dog. Now, that happens too. I'm not saying it don't happen, but for the most part, women, if they clean cut, we like, oh, I got a good woman. She's a good woman. She's not like these other ones, blah, blah, blah. If a woman got a man, he's clean cut, he still have to prove himself to a certain, because she might have been hurt in the past. She might have went through this stuff. So he's going to have to prove himself. So that's all I'm saying on that. So that is a double standard when, we do get cheated on. Because we're not expecting it. It is not expected. Like, that is not a part of the general society. Like, no one believes this clean-cut girl right here is cheating. Nobody, not even the man. We don't even believe it. And I understand. Women can, that's a clean-cut man. I think you cheat on me too. I get it. But I'm just saying, a man does not believe, nobody in society believes this clean-cut girl is cheating. Now, the girl that look like Cardi B or somebody like that, we all like, oh yeah, she probably cheating on him. And I'm not saying she could not be doing it, but we already think like, yeah, it's a possibility. You give it away. It's too easy for me to think that you ain't doing something out there. And it's funny because, and I feel like I would say, what her name is, Will Smith, Jada's kind of, I would thought was kind of clean cut, and she was cheating. So, it don't never matter, cheater. But for the most part, we got these mental images. Okay, if this girl looking this way, she's going to be a little bit more easy. So I'm not going to take it serious. The same thing with women. Women look at a man a certain way. She's like, he look like a player. I'm not going to take this seriously. So you kind of expect him to do something. Like, I knew you was going to cheat on me. I knew it. But you had good sex in bed. We put that in there. It's the same thing with men. We were like, nah, I knew she was going to do something like that. But anyway, it goes, men take it differently. And I'm not saying it should be a double standard, but it is. Because also men are territorial sometimes. If we really take a hold and we really love you and we really give you everything, we drop our black book. We say, you the one. And we know some other guy got you, and he was, in our head, he's pounding you, and you doing all these nasty things. Our mind just explodes. And I'm not saying women don't either, but you have to understand, y'all are more forgiving than men. That's just what it is. That is what it is. Let's be real. That's what it is. You're more forgiving than men. It might be the same thing, but no. Because in our mind, oh, she was sucking, she was doing this, she was doing that. We like, oh, hell no, you did it all. You probably let them hit it with no we all in our head like, oh, no. And so, to a certain extent, and it's bad, but we see you as something, it's conquerable. Like, we conquered this mountain. We conquered this, and I don't speak for all men. I'm just saying I feel like this is the general stuff that, in a sense, psychologically, we kind of think. We're like, okay, we conquered this mountain. We put a ring on this. This is, and I hate to say it's not, I'm going to say it's your property. It's not your property, but this is my person. This is who I'm with. This is me. That's anything that you have, anything that you're around, your people. This is my people. This is my, and I'm not saying, I want to say it's like property, but I'm just saying that in a sense, this is yours. So anyway, I'm not saying it's the same. I'm just saying that women and men take it differently. That's all I'm gonna say. So, and I'm gonna have another video talking about the whole Cardi B thing. But I got into, I would say, a debate to a certain extent. And I get it. I understand what these ladies are saying. And I get it. I'm not sitting up here saying they're wrong. I'm just saying that today's age, it's a lot easier to break up. Women do not have to stay. They don't have to stay because I explained to them back in the day, yes, you did have some guys beating their wives and stuff like that in abusive relationships, and women stayed because, of the job, because they maybe could survive on their own, or, they didn't want to look bad. They didn't want to look, and I think sometimes that's what keeps some of these women right now in love. But the big thing is faith. Most of these women that stay in relationships are either foreign or religious. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say that. And I'm not saying, I understand there's some stuff surrounding that too. You know, yeah, I get it. It's some stuff that's surrounding that too, because the way the women are treated, because of religion, the way people are treated, because of the foreign in their country and stuff. So they already come here and they have their whole little mindset. I get that. But I'm just saying that's what it appears. They're willing to stay more. And it don't mean that, you know, they gonna stay because you beating them and stuff. You know, you might be having a good relationship, but they willing to stay and work things out as opposed to I'm out. And that's what a lot of times, you know, we see a lot of American women do. Whether you agree or not, that's what a lot of women do, because they don't have to stay. If you give me half, I can have half of everything you got, child support, the house, everything. Man, you think I'm staying with you? I mean, boy, you didn't take out trash, I'm out. What? You didn't do this, I'm out. I want half pesos. I want it all. Like, get out of here. I don't have to stay. For what? For what? And I understand the kids, you know, if you got kids, I think that will kind of make a woman like, I'll probably stay with them to see if this work out, because we do have kids together. That might, maybe, but most likely. And then also, man, we don't know nothing. This is a celebrity, relationship. We don't know if they had a contract to stay together. We don't know nothing about that stuff. But we think we like, oh, you know, yeah, they was in love. We don't know nothing about that. Anyway, I'm out. Peace. I know it's a long video. I'm sorry. Peace.